where probably will close about 42 million. 42 million closed.
Round of applause on that.
Yes.
Okay.
And about 100 and I think 27 clients closed. 127 clients closed. Yeah.
Hey gang, the Headley Group Real Estate Show is a video audio podcast designed to highlight and interview real estate professionals, entrepreneurs, and other fields alike. The mission of our podcast is to acknowledge people of color and show their successes, and in return, help our audience learn from them and pick up tips and tricks in building additional income.
Hey, ladies and gents, this is Mike Headley. We are back with another great episode on the Headley Group Real Estate Show. I can't say more about this young lady here. We had somebody from her team on the show, which is a phenomenal story. Yantel James, and 19 years old for a real estate license. I just can't get that out of my head. But then I said, you're getting that good insight from somebody else. Where you getting it from? She said, no other than my team leader, Arnita Greene, with Compass Real Estate in the DMV area. Let me tell you something, wealth of knowledge you're about to take in. She's about to educate you. So get along this journey. Let's give a warm welcome to Miss Arnita Greene. How you doing, man?
Hey everybody, how you doing?
This is like I just said, is that we reached out because we had a member on her team, and I said I gotta talk to her, right? So and then looked at her IG page, and she's doing some wonderful things and her team. So I said, come on the show, share that good information with us. Prefer to Miss Greene or Arnita? How you want me to call you?
Arnita, not Miss Greene.
All right, oh, not Miss Greene. I know, right? So Arnita. Arnita, you've been licensed 17 years in the business, right? Let us know, what was it on that first day when you was like, I got to get into real estate? Like, what was it? What was that itch, that bug?
So it was definitely, my husband and I were looking for a house. Okay. We had a family friend who was our real estate agent, and she was amazing. But, just interacting with her and, going to see the different homes, and it just always intrigued me. And I wanted to do something that I felt that I would be more focused on, and that's something that I really would love to do. And I felt just with going out with her on a daily basis for that short period of time that I got to get into this. I have to do this. And it just took off from there.
I like that because so many, well, not so many, but probably 4 or 5 clients who I sold houses to years ago. Now find out I'm looking on MLS and I see their name on the other side, right? They got license. Happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
So it was that bug. So did you say, and it's no knock to the person you was working with, hey, I could do this just a little bit more better? Like, what was that?
Nope, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I just said this is something that I really want to get my feet wet into. I really want to help people like she's helping us. I want to educate people like she's educating us, because we didn't know much. And it wasn't, I've heard that story so many times to say, I could do this better. No, that never crossed my mind. It was the love that she did, that came off to me when she was helping us. And I just knew I wanted to do the same thing that she was doing. So that's exactly what drew me to it.
Is she still in the business?
She has passed on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But every time I saw her, I definitely she knew why I was here. She knew why I was here. Yeah. And it's actually my cousin's grandmother. So she was the reason. And I, when she was alive and well, every time I saw her, I made sure she knew that you're one of the reasons why I'm here. Yeah.
It's good when you say that, because people don't realize that it be the moments that have such a big impact on your life. And you don't even deal with this person on a consistent basis. Them small moments that transform into the person you ultimately are now.
Definitely. Right? Yep. Thank you, Miss Clark.
Miss Clark. She is Miss Clark.
Yeah.
got your real estate license. Okay. Now, like you said, you've been licensed for 17 years now. Got your real estate license, month 1, 2, 3, 4 months go by, right? Mm-hmm. If there was any transactions occurred during that time, or if there wasn't, tell us about them first 4 months.
So, once I jumped in, it was scary. It's always scary, mm-hmm. When you're learning something new. But, I went to a new brokerage. It was great. I had a mentor, but it didn't take me long to get clients, because I was always the person who, knew a lot of people, mm-hmm. and network with different people. That was always me. Mm-hmm. So once I sent the email out, told everybody I had my license. I had a girlfriend and her husband that was ready to buy right away. Mm. I think that was the first month. Mm. So with me, and I tell people all the time that you always, do you, don't look at too much at my story, but that's just me. I always know a lot of people, and they took a chance on me. It's a lot of people out here that's not going to take a chance on you because you're new.
Exactly.
And they took a chance on me. Shout out to Keisha and Gary.
Keisha and Derek.
And Gary, yes.
Gary, yeah. Okay.
And so, I was blessed because I'm a blessing to other people that they blessed me. So, that part, was scary, of course, going through the first aspects of having your first client and, being nervous, but I got through it, and it wasn't hard to get clients. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You said, so let's peel that onion a little bit, right? Let's talk about that. You seem like you're a social person, right? I take it. I don't speak for you. Yes. Very social person. So probably got a whole bunch of followers, Facebook and all that good stuff. So when you put it out there, people say, hey, I want to support Arnita. What do you say to a newbie or a seasoned that's in the business? I don't know as many people as you, Arnita. I mean, I don't have that. I don't have that. So what exactly should I be doing to build that up?
So I always tell people that you got a network. Not only that, once you are licensed, send that email out to everybody to your sphere, and let them know what you're doing. You're gonna have some people that's gonna be like, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. Because that's how we are. It's bad to say, but sometimes that is how we are.
Correct.
But you're also, your biggest asset is the cell phone right here. Mm-hmm. And so if I always tell even my team, new agents on my team, everybody in your phone, you contact. First of all, I tell them how many people are in your phone. Most of the time, it's probably between 200 and 300 people, or even more than that, easy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the first thing you need to do is call each person in your phone from A to Z, and let them know that I'm a licensed agent and I'm ready to rock and roll. And if once they see that you are, and show people that you are serious about your craft. A lot of people on here are not serious, and that's really what drives me insane. That you're not serious. If people don't see you working, if people don't see that you're putting in major work in your business, why should they work with you? Why should they? You have a social media page, and nothing on real estate is on there. Nothing about you being an agent is on there. So why are people gonna take you serious if you're not taking yourself serious? If people don't see that you are calling each name in your phone, they gotta know that you're serious. So why would they work with you and you're not? And I'm not reaching out to them to let them know that I'm an agent. So that's the first thing. Let people that you know and love, your friends, your family, your coworkers, let them know what you're doing. So put that out there so they can see how serious you are about being an agent, a real estate agent.
I like that so much that I tell the team, the last thing you want to do is be a secret agent. That kills me more than anything, right? But it's like, okay, well, I gotta let these 5 people know I do real estate, but after 5 o'clock on the weekends, I'm gonna keep that quiet.
Exactly.
Everybody needs to know you sell houses. Like you said, everybody need to know, because the people you thinking that might be the lead that'll get you to X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
Kudos, you know, I believe 100% in that there.
Yeah.
So the education piece of it, you said, call them 200 people and tell them, hey, I am in the business. Is there a certain script for that you use, or just like what is that? If you can't share.
Good thing when we was in when I was with Keller Williams. Shout out to Keller Williams, because I think that they're an amazing. They do amazing.
Great training.
And, you know, script training and you know. So yes, there is a script, you know, and it's so easy. My husband, because the funny thing is I'm not good with going up to people or telling people, you know, here's my card, you know, here's Arnita.
Correct.
But I had to learn that, you know. I've never, although I'm a social person,
correct,
calling somebody and going up to them and
two totally different things.
Hard, those two different things.
Two different things. Correct.
Yeah. So the easiest thing is, you know, hey, you know, I'm just calling to let you know that I just got into real estate. You know, I'm so excited. I have a team behind me because your company is your team.
That's it.
So that's one. So I already know what I'm doing. So, you know, I'm good. You know, I have a team behind me that is ready to rock and roll. And, you know, if you know anybody who's ready to sell or buy or invest in real estate, give me a call. What is that? It doesn't have to be a long paragraph.
Correct.
Because don't nobody want to hear that anyway.
Exactly. You're right. 100%.
You know, quick. And then it might not happen right away. They might not call you right away, but you are in their mind, you know, so if somebody else is talking about real estate, you know what, my cousin just called me and said that she's an agent. I'm going to send you her number.
There it is.
It is.
There it is. And the reason why I asked you that is because, you know, you get people who say, well, I don't know exactly what to say, right? Or I have this, or I think they may say X, Y, and Z, and I always say, you're thinking too hard, right? Stop thinking for them. Stop thinking for what you think the response is going to be, and just put it out there. And particularly, I do think the newer agents got it best, because now you're not accustomed to doing things that you think would be a plus to you because you've always been doing it, right? Because you're fresh, right? So it's like, so let me go ahead and make this call. Let me pick up his phone. Let me call this potential buyer, this seller. I'm gonna say this exactly as my team leader presented it, and I'm just keep on doing it, and something may pop from that because they're new, you know. So
Quick commercial break. If you're interested in a career in real estate, or you're a seasoned vet, and you might want to change, new environment, you don't like the atmosphere you're in, the Headley Group Realty could be there to assist you with your career. What do we offer? Great culture, great environment, leads, and an awesome commission structure. Let us be there to support your business. One thing, you got to be in the state of North Carolina. Let's get back to the show.
Let's shift. 4 months pass. You've been in business 17 years. I know you probably got 100 of them. The worst, rockiest deal, right? And you was like, oh, I can't wait till this thing closes, right? But you, and I know you got a lot of them, right? So pick one out of that bag, right? The one you say, okay, well, this was one and I'm glad it's over with, and tell us about that.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's see.
Just grab one. I know you got plenty of them.
It's not the funny thing is, it's not a lot of them.
Okay, not a lot.
I would say the worst one, I know I just had a recent one, but I'll say the worst one was that, I mean, I'll just say that it didn't close on time. You know, that a deal just didn't, and your seller's expectations, you trying to, you know, meet and make sure that everybody is happy, and that their expectations are, you know, what they want them to be, really. You know, so I would just say that, you know, maybe the deal didn't close on time, and, you know, it just, your seller was pissed off at you, at everybody, and, you know, you can't make everybody happy.
Right.
And that's a problem for me because I try to make everybody happy and I internalize it. And my husband always tells me you can't do it. And even still to this day, that's a problem for me. I'm a work in progress on that. Okay. I'm still trying to make everybody happy. And once you realize that you can't do that for every deal, you just can't. And so when somebody's expectations wasn't what they expected it to be, then I just feel like I feel horrible. I do. And some things are totally out of our control as real estate agents. They're totally out of our control. The lender tells you one thing, and then you can't close. And then you got to find a new, specifically for a seller. And then you got to you got to put the house back on the market and find a new buyer, and then the seller's mad at you.
Correct. So, and I was going to add to that. Now you got the black cloud over it. Why the house was under contract before and it fell through? What's wrong?
Exactly. So, those happen every now and then. I'm not gonna say they don't happen because it happens to every agent. And if it haven't happened to you, one day it will.
Right. Correct. Exactly.
And you just, some things, a lot of things in real estate are out of our control, period. It just is.
How do you, but you mentioned, you internalize, which is really good because it shows you go above and beyond for your clients, right? You said your husband told you, hey, you can't fix everything. So,
right.
How do you tell your team, right? And again, it's like, cause they're watching how you react and respond.
Correct.
How do you tell your team, okay, like you just said, everything ain't gonna quite work out when they see you trying to solve everything? Like, how do you transfer that information to them where they don't take internalize as much as you have?
Right. So I definitely would say that, again, you have to realize that it is out of your control, but you got to pick up the pieces and fix it. That's what you got to do. If anything, this didn't work out. Okay, what's next? Come on. Okay, so I got to put this house back on the market. I got it. And then another thing too is that I've learned, you don't want that client to feel like that I'm worried. So if they see that I'm worried, then of course they're going to be like going crazy. Right. So the time is when things aren't working, it should never be it didn't work. Nope. What's next? How are we going to fix this? And that is what I have learned, and that's what I'm telling my team. That didn't work. Okay, so what's next? What's the next? Because we never say no. We never say it's done until it's done. Because there are always different ways to fix it.
So you're saying be resourceful with what you got, right?
Definitely. Okay. You got that right.
Have you ever had to fire a client before?
Oh, yes.
You have.
And that's not easy for me either.
Okay, exactly. That's what I was about to say. You was like, hey, I tried to make things right, but if you had to fire me, what was that like? How did you work that out?
Oh gosh. So, and it hasn't been out, it's only been 2. It's only been 2. And it didn't work out because they didn't listen to anything I told them. And that was both of them.
Buyer or seller?
One was a seller, one was a buyer. The buyer did not listen to they didn't do the steps that I told them to take. They still did what they wanted to do. And they just didn't listen. So, at that point, I've never been nasty about it. I just told them, you and I don't fit. Exactly. We don't fit. And it's okay. And guess what? Neither one of them got mad at all because I think that they probably was over it too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, so sometimes people just don't fit. And although it has not happened a lot of times, the first time it happened, I bawled. I'm a crier. Okay. So But the second time, I had to be realistic on this. They're even driving me crazy. Like I don't even feel myself, and if I don't feel myself, then I gotta let this go.
Right.
It's somebody out there that's better suited for them. It really is. And it worked out at the end. Okay. It did. And it's okay to tell your client that we're not a good fit. Because in the long run, it's going to save you more headaches, more anxiety, more money. It's going to save you money. It really will. Because guess what? My business has never stopped from doing it. So you got to be willing to be okay with it too.
You know what I appreciate about you, and again, my small few minutes of just kind of knowing of you, is you give off a sense of authenticity. And I think people appreciate that because it's truth and it's your truth, right? Yeah. And since we're speaking of truth and authenticity, let's transition into the toughest losses, right? Because we all know we in the real estate business, and it is business, right? Mm-hmm. You're going through that process. You're getting your business going, and we're gonna get on the team in a second.
Okay.
Tell me about some tough times, right? That kind of built that mindset of, I'm a leader, I'm gonna keep going.
I got a good one for you.
Okay, go ahead and share.
The funny thing is, I just thought about it too, and I don't know, this was the worst.
That's right. Told me about it.
So I had quit. I was 9 to 5.
Okay.
You know, my husband said, you're not quitting until, you say this, you said, say 40K. Once you say 40K, then I'll let you go ahead and quit. I said, okay, I'll do it. I saved up my money and I literally quit my job. I was with the government. Perfectly, I was scared though.
Okay.
I was scared to do it, but
good benefits and everything. You like, hey, what's going on here?
Yes, that ain't easy, but exactly. I did it. Mm-hmm. This was in August. So had that money saved up. I had a new client in, let's say this was probably October, November.
Okay.
And she was a seller, and and she fired me. And this was in I think this was in 2018 when I left my job. But okay. She fired me. I had hired, she needed to get some things done to her house before we put the house on the market. Mm-hmm. I got the contractor for her to do the stuff for her home. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember what happened, but she fired me. I don't think she was happy with the contractor, and she fired me. Mm-hmm. And it was the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. First of all, I just quit my job. I saved up money. This was back then I had clients, but I'd say I would close a deal maybe like once every 2 to 3 months or something like that. So I was closing more, but it's funny how when you let something go, it just feels like everything comes crashing in.
It comes in 4s and 5s.
Yeah. So once she fired me, I felt like I didn't have a client for a while. I started digging into the savings, and sooner or later I felt like that money is almost gone. So I remember I remember a team meeting that we had, and something just said, just go ahead and talk and speak and say something. So I spoke in a team meeting, and I broke down crying. I said, I done quit my job. I just got fired from a listing, and I haven't had any new buyers lately. And has anybody ever experienced this? Because I feel like I don't know what to do. And everybody in the class was like, yes, me.
Everybody, it's common. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fired. And I was boo-hooing, and I'm thinking, I felt like I'm the only one that has ever been fired from a listing. So I would say that I felt like it was a loss, but at the end, I found out that I wasn't the only one that has been there. And it made me hustle and want to work even harder. And it just built me for now. That, to me, that built and it paved the way for how I am today. And knowing to never stop, never quit, no matter how hard it gets. And guess what? You're not the only one going through. You're not the only one.
That's it.
They just not saying it.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah, they just not saying it. And it wasn't until I spoke up and said something that I saw it was probably 15 other people in the room that was going through or that has been through the same thing that I've been through. So if anything I can share, that I promise you, it's not just you. It's not just me. We all go through something. We all go through a loss. We just got to get back up.
That's right. Tough times build tough warriors, right? I just think that when you're going through, because just think, if everything is going well and everything is going good, and you never experience no tough times, when it comes, it's like, how do I handle it, right? But you caught that, and you was like, well, I got to transform. I got to change something, and you did that.
Because you would think.
Go ahead.
You would think when I had a 9 to 5, I've never been fired. Never. Not once.
Correct. Okay.
I stopped working when I'm working harder for her, and then I get fired with nothing to fall back on. So it was just that's definitely a lesson for me.
And I appreciate that so much. You said something that was just so impactful. That you said you went through the moments, and that just like built you. That built your mindset to like it took you from 1 to 10, right? I take it, right? A minute ago, you spoke about how you got fired because they was mad at the contractor, and ultimately took it out on you. And I've always said, and I tell the team now, is listen, when the buyer and the seller, they upset at everybody, right? So, and it's easy said than done, meaning said, don't take it personal, but you really got to kind of have tough skin, right? Because if not, then you'll have the moments of, man, is this just me? And clearly everybody goes through it, right?
Exactly.
So definitely kudos to you on that. Okay, now transition, year 10 comes around. Your license, you steady, things is moving, things is going well for you. 10 years in the business, now you're a veteran in the business, right? Because these people come and go out of real estate. Year 10 into the business, I'm not sure if you're at the current firm now, you was at the other firm. Was it then or a little later on when you said, something, I need to have my own team, right? If it was year 10, I don't want to speak for you, but what year was that when you was just thinking about it, not putting it in action, when you was thinking about, I got to have my own team?
I didn't think about it until probably 2000. No, I'm sorry, not 2000, 2019. Oh,
19. Okay, 19. Got you. Okay, 19. You was thinking about it, but when did it go into play?
It went into play in 2019. So
2019. Okay.
Yeah, it did go into play in 2019. I did not keep that team long, just to let you know.
I'll need it.
Right?
And listen, that's, I appreciate this about you, because, people always highlight the success, right? But you are really being vulnerable and letting us know. And you said you didn't keep that team. Why was that?
Because I didn't set it up correctly. I didn't set it up correctly.
Okay.
I didn't have the right people for the team. And actually I did have the right people for the team. I just didn't set the team up correctly. And if I did, then the right people would have came to the team.
I like that.
So once I figured, and so I probably had the team, I don't think I had the team for a year, because I wasn't happy. I was miserable. Okay. But I knew that I wanted leverage. And by now, I love working with my clients, but I still needed leverage to go higher. So, but I didn't listen for, how to seek out the right people, and, how to probably. And then I love my sister, but, I had my twin sister on the team too.
Okay. Oh, you're a twin. Okay.
I'm a twin.
Identical twin.
Yes.
Really?
Fraternal.
Wow. Okay.
Fraternal.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, and you always want them to succeed, but maybe I was, she wanted more, and I'm sorry to put her out there, but, we all had to grow. And bottom line, I didn't set the team up correctly.
Okay.
So I just dissolved the team.
Okay.
And I went on my own. And then again, I said to myself, I still need the leverage. I want to help other people. So it was my time to figure out how I wanted to set the team up, write it down, how I wanted to set the team up, what the splits were going to be, everything, and stay true to that. And because my thing is, okay, I want everybody to win.
Right.
So not getting too much into like numbers, my thing is, give them a little bit more. But when you're doing that, you still, people always want more.
Right.
So it just wasn't set up correctly, and I needed to take a step back to build it the correct way, period.
Okay.
That's what.
So you took that step back. Now you got that fabulous team now. Let's talk about this team now. How did you specifically select these people in terms of like just putting it together? Because when we got a team, I'm a firm believer that it has to be a want to be a part of the team from them, and it has to be you got to have a good attitude, right? Exactly. And you can't control nobody. You want to tell people what to say and do, but at the same time, you have to have that. I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this thing, right?
Definitely.
What was it that made you say, I'm gonna select her, and I don't know if you have a him and a him, but what was that?
So most of the time they do call me and they talk about themselves, what they could do, what they want to do. A lot of them are new. I will say that. Okay. I love working with brand new agents because I can nurture them. I can, let them know from this is how the business is from A to Z. They want to know more. They want to do more. So I love that aspect of having brand new agents on the team because I can help them grow, and not only grow, but know the business and grow the correct way. Okay. Now, I could tell them to do a whole many things, but they gotta want it too. So that's the major piece in this. I can tell you 50 million things of what to do, of all the mistakes that I've made for you to do it correctly. But they gotta want it more than I can even want it for them. Because I definitely want it for them. I'm ready to, to start showing them exactly what to do and then have them, them run it to be better than me.
Right.
So with Compass, where I'm at now, they will either, send people my way that they think would be a good fit for the team.
Okay.
Or, a lot of people reach out to me from social media, to see if I'm bringing anybody on new from the team. Okay. So that's how, and now, I really sit with them to find out what they want, where they're going, where do they want to go. I need to know all of these things to make sure that they are fit, because now I'm at the point of, if you don't want it as bad as I want it for you, then maybe this is not the team for you. It's not, because I get up and bust my butt every single day. And I'm a go-getter. I want it. And if you don't want it, then it's okay. You probably want to be on somebody's team that wants you to sell a house one house a month. Correct. Or one house every other month. That's not my team. That's not the team I want. And I know that they're going to have to grow into that. They're not going to come out right off the break and doing that. But I definitely want to see it. And I see it in my team. I do.
I like that.
Hey guys, thank you for watching our show. We're going to interrupt you real quickly. We are in the business of referrals. If you know someone looking to buy or sell, residential or commercial, here in the North Carolina area, refer us. We really appreciate that.
We're going to have a bragging moment.
Okay.
2021 for Arnita's team. How did they do?
We did amazing.
Oh, wow. I like that team, sister. Tell me about it.
We did. So far, we're probably will close about 42 million. 42 million closed.
Round of applause on that.
Yes.
Okay.
And about 100 and I think 27 clients closed. 127 clients closed. Yeah.
So we got to give you a round of applause on this because we're still in a pandemic and you closed 127 clients. Round of applause. Fabulous. It's fabulous for you and your team. True blessing, right? But nothing but up for 2022.
Definitely. And I can't do that alone. I can't.
Exactly.
At all. It's a team effort. It really is. And I love it. I love it. I love it that they want more. I love it that, once they see that, because I didn't start out at that.
Correct.
I didn't. Who starts out at that? I mean,
Nobody.
they're all a couple of people. I don't know, but I don't know them. But, it's a stepping stone to everything. So, it's only up from here.
Don't want to dive back, but we have to highlight this.
Okay.
COVID started. We're still in it, right? We don't know what's going on tomorrow, the next day. What impact did that have? Clearly, I think good. Close 127 clients. What exactly was that impact on your business for COVID?
So at first it was scary. Oh my gosh, it was so scary. I think we all as agents were scared. We didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. Once they told us that the government was, that everything was getting shut down, I just felt like, oh God, nobody's going to buy a house, But I think that lasted literally maybe 3 days. And then you still had people wanting to go see houses.
Right.
We were just with our gloves, our Lysol, our masks. Then we were still waiting in line to see properties. We still had people. We didn't have many, but we still had people wanting to put their home on the market because it was a seller's market. So I still can't believe. I definitely I could believe it now, but the market has been amazing because of the interest rates too.
That's right.
On why, we have so many buyers looking and pushing through to it too, because we've written so many offers on one client alone. And I commend all of the buyers that we've closed because they dealt with that the whole summer.
Correct. Exactly.
I commend everybody, and we got them through. So, COVID didn't stop anybody. It didn't. Now I know it's a seller's market, and the buyers, we still had a lot of buyers that wanted to put it on hold. But I'm calling all of them now and say the winter time is the best time is now.
That's right.
Why wait?
That's right.
Don't wait till the spring and the summer because then it's going to get crazy again.
Correct.
But I gotta, we are all definitely blessed because COVID did not stop us at all. It only fueled it. It fueled our market actually.
Exactly. Yeah. And I would say, just to add to that, I think our market here, I think literally throughout the country, because like you said, rates are so low and everybody wants that house.
Exactly.
You had to look back to yourself 17 years ago. What would you tell you when you first started? What would you go back? What advice would you give to change anything?
I say, to be a youngin' tail. Yeah, I would have definitely, when we were growing up, it was less talk about, saving your money. The kids now, they have so much in front of them. They can buy properties now at 18, 19. We didn't, at least, I'm not going to speak for everybody. I promise you I won't, but right. I wasn't taught that at that age.
Well, I wasn't either. I'll keep it real.
18 and 19 now,
right.
They're buying properties. They're becoming real estate agents. And they will be, by the time they're 30, they can be millionaires.
Easy.
Easy. So it's hard, to say I wish that, I could have done this. I just think that we grew up differently.
Correct.
But I would have loved to probably, take my grandmother's property instead of selling it, and keeping that in the family, or our aunt's property in the city, or any property anywhere. It doesn't matter if it was in a rural area, if it was some land, buy land then, now and to hold on to those things, because that's the wealth right there. That's our wealth.
That's it.
So if anything, it would have been to do that.
Okay, I like that. Okay. Arnita, you literally gave us some great information. I mean, like I said, I haven't been even aware of the time. My marketing person keep coming in and they'll show me the time, but because it's going by so good. We ask every guest, give us 2 golden nuggets. You gave us a lot, whether it be a book, quote, scripture, anything. Give us 2 golden nuggets that you want to pass on to the community.
Okay, golden nuggets. Don't give up is one. If you're a new agent, do not give up. It won't be easy, but just stay the course. And another thing that really, because of what's going on now, just with social media and everything, I would say to definitely be yourself. Don't watch. You could watch somebody and say, I want to do that. I want to be like that person, but also know that you need to go at your own pace. And don't envy. That's what I mean. Don't envy anybody. Because you never know what's going on with that person. You'll make it, but don't envy anybody.
I like that. Last final question. Is there a question that you wish I would have asked you that you would like to answer?
Oh, you're good at this.
I'm trying to get better and better.
You made me think.
That usually throws people off with that. Anything you would like to highlight? Because like I said, you was just so impactful with your story. And I got to say this again, that I appreciate your authenticity, because that resonates so much it resonated with me. I know it's going to resonate to the community, but as a result of that, people will come to you because you're speaking truth.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't think there's anything. I think you did good.
You're good?
I know you did.
Okay, I appreciate that. So on that note, we want to thank Ms. Arnita Greene. She's with the Compass Real Estate. And I did add earlier, she covers the whole DMV area, right? And you want to tell them, is there any other areas that you cover?
Well, North Carolina also.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. She does have an agent, which is to alumni school I went to, that we had on the show, Yentel James. She's in North Carolina area. Snita, thank you for being on the Headley Group Real Estate Show. And you was a good guest. Now you are an alumni now, so we're gonna see you back here again soon, right?
Please do. I would love to. This was excellent. Thank you so much.
This is love. We'll see you all next time on the Headley Group Real Estate Show.
Hey gang, I hope you really enjoyed that show. Our guests provide us some great tips and insight, and please support them on all social media platforms. And while I'm saying that, support us on all social media platforms, and don't forget, watch the entire video on YouTube. We'll see you next time.